This is boring. Now this is entertaining. Slice of life anime is gone. When you look at the beginning of this genre, it wasn't really loved to begin with compared to the typical popular shows that everyone watches and talk about. When people watch or think of this, it's boring. It makes you want to go to sleep. I've had this thought process before myself. When people watch anime, it's to enjoy and escape from the real world. Who cares about slice of life when you can just go and live life once you turn off your screen? A lot of people nowadays just watch the popular mainstream shows not because they like it, but just to have it to talk with other people. When you make a slice of life show, it can't just be average or above average. It has to be a hit or it would just outright suck donkey dick. You watch it for the characters, their traits, the storytelling, and these things are really difficult to create, especially if you want it to be good. Most if not all slice of life anime is just talking. It's hard to keep people engaged in anime by just characters having conversations alone. It's much easier and better to sink all your time to make a complex show that has to do with killing people in some fantasy world than making a complex show that has people talking with no power or tools to harm others. And if you make one of those shows, chances are the sales are going to be much better, there's going to be more people that are going to watch it, and overall it's just more beneficial. With so many different factors in place, it's not really surprising that great shows on this genre stopped producing. The only thing that kind of saved this genre was romance, but it just turns into a bunch of recycled degenerate trash. It gets to the point where I'm questioning, what am I even watching? Slice of life anime is dead, it's not coming back. The day where you see a struggling person trying to make it through life, a long time of good friends that grew out of each other trying to make things right again, the boys hanging out doing stupid shit is gone. You might see it in a movie, but that's about it. Even the newest movie created by Makoto Shinkai was just a fantasy movie. It didn't have none of the life element in it, and it's sad to see something amazing go. We all love a good narcissistic badass MC destroying everyone. We all love a good amazing hype fight. We all want to see some animated titties, but I think we would all remember a show that reminded us of the moment that we made a mistake, a show that makes us reflect upon our character flaws, how we have those embarrassing moments, those heated moments where you should have been softer, that place in time where you make a mistake that you can't take back. Unless you're a complete narcissist or your sense of humor is completely broken from all the shit that you have been doing, when you watch a show that reminds you that life is precious and you should appreciate it and not take things for granted, it sticks. There will only be a few anime that talks about these things and can never be replicated in any sort of way. A recent show that I watched that had any slice of life resemblance, I don't think I was gonna enjoy this, was Zombie 100. I hate zombies. It's oversaturated. All it is just a bunch of NPCs who's trying to chase people down. I wasn't gonna be intrigued by some survival zombie type of show, and I was right. I fucking hated the zombies, but I loved the raw, realistic life of Tendo. After getting out of college, he started his job as a salaryman for a company. Things were going well at first. He's making new friends. People seem to like him. The bad bitch would talk to him. But after the routine sets in, his life just becomes absolutely trash. He hates his job. The hour that he has to crank in is abysmal. He constantly gets picked on by his boss, where he really has no power to fight back. He tries to look for a new job, but struggles to. He doesn't have time to do anything besides hating his life. He didn't even get the bitch that he wanted. Confidence is shattering, life is straining, and worst of all, his best friend from college is bragging to him about he's killing it in life as a successful real estate entrepreneur. He's talking to high-end politicians, CEOs, dating hot supermodels, easily making millions off of sales. It seems like he's got it all going. When the apocalypse happened, zombies came through. Fucking zombies. Tendo's life became 10 times better. He was free from the 9-to-5 corporation hellhole, and most people would be honest, they would hate their 9-to-5 dead-end job just like Tendo as well. He was free from all the responsibility that didn't have any meaning in his life. He didn't have to worry about no bills, none of that dumb bullshit. And his friend, who was deemed successful in society, getting all the money, bitches, connection to important peoples of power, actually hated his life and expressed himself in a very genuine way without being a complete psychopathic narcissist who lies right in front of his friend. And they did one of the greatest things that anybody can do and experience. It doesn't matter your background or belief. It doesn't matter if you're depressed. They were just being boys hanging out, just saying and doing stupid shit. I don't have many friends, and even I know as a dude, hanging out with the boys is going to be a great time. It can put a smile on anyone's faces. If you hang out with actual real friends, people that you know you can trust, people who have the same mission and humor as you, there's nothing better than that. You just gotta find the right people. It doesn't matter if you're a socially anxious nurse who sits inside all day, a complete asshole who likes to hurt another. If you find the right people, you're just gonna have a great time. A lot of companies and businesses have been started by just a group of guys having a good time building something. And it doesn't have to be that. It can just be you talking shit and hanging out playing some video games. These two got me captivated in this show. This was a slice of life show that I was been longing for. Maybe I'm a shut-in, I just don't go out like at all. That's probably it. But I've never had so much fun watching just two dudes who are in their mid-20s but still have a mindset of a 15-year-old who genuinely like and trust each other, dropping all the bullshit, all the acts, all the egos, all the achievements, all the things in society that really don't mean anything, and just having a good time trying to get some coochie. Anime has always had this thing where it can show the actions that people take with different lifestyles in a way that no other form of media can do. When comparing it to real life, it's pretty realistic. It doesn't matter what your walk of life is, you just can't experience it all. Everyone's different, we all have different problems, we all deal with problems differently. We all were raised differently for the most part, and it's interesting to see what people go through in life. Some of the lifestyles that I think are very intriguing, even though I think it's horrible. It gives me a new perspective that I haven't seen before. It makes me understand people on why the way that they are and why they're in that position, than outright just thinking that they're stupid or shitting on them. I love all forms of anime. If weird tentacle hentais are gone, I'm gonna be fucking complaining, okay? I'm gonna fucking explode, okay? I'm gonna literally shoot up the animation studio. We need more slice of life shows to come back. It doesn't need to be the next great romance anime. It doesn't need to be like Onizuka, the greatest teacher of all time. It just has to be entertaining and has some meaning in it. Anime fans don't want to admit it, but sometimes we just love a simple show where a group of friends hanging out, especially if it's a group of cute girls. There's a reason why you're watching anime in the first place. You ain't got nothing better to do, and that's okay. I don't care if you're an anti-social nerd or you have some disorder, but experiencing social things is something that everyone loves, as long as you're not hanging out with shitty people who you don't trust or you're putting in some shitty position. And slice of life is a gateway to that. With the problems that people go through on a daily basis, people either just don't have the time or the right connection, or it's really just hard to find the right people to hang out with. Like, most people have responsibilities. They can't just go traveling to Antarctica with their group of friends, and most people probably don't even have the right group of friends to begin with. I get it, there's some shows that remind people about their traumatic past or their personal problems. People wouldn't watch some of these shows just because of that. It's probably a reason why slice of life anime died off. But it's also important to remind ourselves that it's okay to enjoy a normal show filled with normal people sometimes. Not being able to watch a slice of life show is like a part of me is missing. It's sad to see this genre die off. If people really sit down and enjoy something relaxing, it could change their whole perspective on life and how to view others. Whether people want to admit it or not, these shows fill a hole within ourselves. And no other genre can fill this hole because it doesn't relate to real life. Sure, it can give you some meaning like chasing your dreams, but it doesn't have the same effect watching a person spend time with their family and dealing with everyday problems. All types of genre and shows in anime are great, especially the good old hentai. There's always something for everyone, but shows that highlight the struggle that people go through, the mistakes that they have made, the happy moments of someone will always stick with you. Unless it's a show that talks about socially anxious nerds because it reminds me of myself. Fuck man, why am I so much like this guy? He's a fucking loser. If they keep releasing more degenerate shows and not some meaningful ones, I'm gonna go jerk off to some hentai. In fact, I'm just gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now.